You realize there is a force, the kind of force you cannot avoid. It's like a shadow falling. But I'm prepared. I've developed a stronger body condition.
Where do you travel to?
Hong Kong.
And what is your business in Hong Kong?
Art.
Come with me, have a little chat.
No.
No fuss. Don't demean yourself.
Demean? Don't speak! Come here! Don't speak! Don't shut up! Don't shut up! Don't speak!
Next. Hey, I just met you. This is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. And all the other guys try to chase me, but here's my number, so call me maybe.
Woo! Woo!
Shut up. Take off the cuffs. Stand up. Take off the hood. Prisoner! Take off your hood!
What am I
Silence!
Where am I?
Silence!
Why are you doing?
Silence!
They're going to beat me. They are. They always do. Prisoners. To a pulp. Pulp.
Prisoner, remove your belt. Search the prisoner.
You searched me in the van. You know I've got nothing. This is ridiculous.
Shut up! Follow instructions. Sit.
What?
Do not question instructions. Put your hands on your knees. Palms down. Head straight ahead. Do not look at your guards.
Will I be beaten? So you play Super Mario?
Shut up.
Shut up!
Eyes forward.
Hands flat!
Don't look at us.
Well, I think he can get here in a time. Yeah. No? No, I don't. Yes,
Is this necessary? Please, why this?
Who are you?
You know who I am. You took my passport. You arrested me.
Trust me, I have no idea who you are.
You're going to interrogate me. You've no idea who I am.
Why? Because you think you're an important person?
But this must be a well-planned operation from a high level.
Why do you say that?
I just assumed it must be.
Because you think you really are an important person.
No. I just can't believe you know nothing about me.
It's procedure.
Not to know anything about the person you're questioning.
All that matters is who did you kill?
What?
Confess! Why did you kill them?
Killed?
You're a murderer! Confess!
I haven't killed anyone. Wait a minute. Who are you?
You don't ask the questions, I ask the questions.
No, respectfully, please. What is your job?
Beijing Police, Murder Squad. Now, who did you kill?
No, this is all wrong. I must speak to someone in authority.
I'm the only authority you're going to get. Now, describe your crime. What was your weapon?
This is a gross mistake. Look at my file. My name is Ai Weiwei. I'm an artist.
What?
Artist.
Do you think this is some kind of theatre all to do with you? Well, it's not. It's ordinary. It's everyday. You may be quite well known, but I don't know you at all. Shut up! Shut up!
Please, could I have a drink of water? I would like...
I will get you a glass of water. First, we have to boil it. Then let it cool down.
Already?
For health and safety.
do you...
Shut up.
I want to go to the bathroom.
Are you messing with us? If you're messing with us, don't!
I have to go.
You went this morning. Once. We have it logged down.
But it's the end of a long day.
Prisoners think they can mess with us by saying they have to go. Don't try that on. You'll be sorry.
First they ask for a glass of water. Then they say they have to piss. We know all the tricks.
It's a call of nature. Comrades, let a man have a common piss.
Stand up. This way.
I kissed the girl and I liked it. Taste of her cherry chapstick. I kissed the girl just to try it. Hope my boyfriend.
In the lavatory, the window's all boarded up, but there's a small crack. I can see through to the mountains round Beijing. So, I'm in Beijing, not on Mars.
I went on the internet to check up on you, though it's not officially required.
I've been fed into a machine, haven't I? An old machine that just processes people.
I told you, don't be so dramatic. This is just ordinary life.
Not for me.
Get used to it. We do it all the time.
Those printouts from the net about me.
Well, no, what I don't understand is what is your profession?
I told you I'm an artist.
An artist? Why do you call yourself that?
I create art.
That is so arrogant.
So what should I call myself?
Most would be art worker.
No, I'm an artist.
Write down profession, art worker.
No, I'm not an art worker. I'm an artist.
Everybody's a worker, even Chairman Mao was a worker. My work is to ask you questions. Yours is to be a prisoner and answer correctly.
But I have answered correctly. I'm an artist.
You're not. You're not even an art worker. You are a hooligan!
Hooligan? Are you going to beat me?
There are serious allegations against you.
Allegations?
Firstly, the subversion of state power. Secondly, economic crimes.
What economic crimes?
You are lying to the public.
Oh, I never do that. I try and tell the truth with my art.
No. Everything you do is a big lie.
Why do you say that?
Your art costs you sod all to make. And then you flog it for a fortune.
How can I answer these questions? Stay silent. But I might suffer violence. Stories from other people taken away. Keep silent and they may really get mad. What to do? What to do? Explain. Explain. Wait a minute. We need some basic communication here. You don't understand.
What is there to understand? You make cheap rubbish, call it art, and sell it for piles of money. You're a swindler.
With bicycles bolted together, piled up in a heap. What was all that about?
You're a fraud.
A con man.
The price of an artwork is not decided by me. It's decided by the galleries that take my work.
All con men.
It's a marketplace.
Foreign con men.
I don't make many pieces. Lots of people want to buy them, so the prices are high.
You up the prices because you are a con man.
It's market forces, like we have in China now. The party allows market forces.
It's not for a con man to say what the Communist Party of China does or does not allow. Con man.
Con man.
Con man.
You nail old chairs together, throw them into a room and call the mess you've made of perfectly good furniture art, then you sell it for thousands of dollars? You're a swindler.
Con man.
My prices are absolutely too high.
Ah, so you admit it.
Then say it, say it. I am a con man.
I admit that I am ashamed of my prices, but they're not under my control. I'm not even involved. Unlike most artists, for years I couldn't sell a thing. I just had to give my work away.
No. You lie to the public.
You
How do I
con
do that?
them.
Tell me, how do I do that?
Fairy.
What?
That fairy nonsense.
Garbage.
Oh, you mean fairy tale?
Nonsense.
It's an artwork.
You got a German art gallery to fly 1,000 Chinese citizens to something called the Kassel Biennale, then you dressed them in clothes that you designed yourself, and having done that, you then flew in 1,000 chairs, Qing period chairs for them to sit on, then they roamed around the city for 3 months. How is that an artwork?
Garbage and nonsense.
People wandering around a foreign city, that's not art.
Yeah, I'm wandering around this room. Am I art?
The art is what happened to these people's spirits, to their personalities. It's a changing consciousness that interests me. That's true creativity, in how people change.
Garbage on heaps of garbage. All you're trying to do is get money.
You turn it into one big advertisement.
Big advertisement for yourself to make money.
That's why you criticise the government.
The con man in you.
It's all for publicity.
Look, I'm successful anyway. Why would I waste my life attacking the government just for publicity that I don't need?
You always attack the government, the Communist Party, their policies. You are ruthlessly, brutally doing that all the time.
And now you have to pay for your crime.
They know nothing about me. They know nothing about art. This can't be real. Yes, it's real, but ironic. They're stuck. I'm stuck. Can I say to them, come on guys, this is not the professional way to deal with this? Can I? Dare I? The schools, the Sichuan earthquake, the schools that collapsed, and the work I made of that, why don't you ask? I launched a citizens' investigation. No one was talking about it. Why don't you ask? And the school bags. I photographed school bags lying in the rubble of the buildings that collapsed.
You are a bigamist.
You're in a double marriage.
Oh, talk about what's real. Talk about Sichuan. The school buildings. The locals call them tofu buildings, made out of tofu. Bad materials, corrupt officials. Ignored all the regulations. Ground shifted. Walls wobbled and melted into rubble, killing the kids.
Bigamist!
You've got a tart on the side.
Not so high-minded now.
We counted 5,000 names of the children that were killed. Yes? Yes? And made an artwork, a wall of 9,000 school bags.
Tart on the side, she's had your kid.
Immoral.
Dirty bastard. Why should the public listen to you?
This isn't real. The Sichuan work I made was called Remembering the Kids Buried Alive in School Buildings. That's what's real. Why would you question me about that? Or my studio in Shanghai. The authorities told me to build it, said it was a national treasure. Then I wasn't, and they knocked it down. Why won't you question me about that?
Palms down. Look straight ahead.
Come on, man. Why don't you tell us a joke?
I'm sorry. If I'd known I was going to be arrested, I would have memorized hundreds of jokes.
Con man.
Swindler.
Liar.
Bigamist.
Art.
Why should the public believe you?
Artist.
Won't call yourself worker.
Con man.
Why should the public believe you?
Liar.
Swindler.
No, this is
Bigamist.
Arty,
Why should the public
arty,
believe you? Won't call yourself worker.
Oh no, worker not good enough for
Piles
Mr.
of
Arty.
chairs. It's all
Garbage.
me.
Money, money, money.
Piles of bikes, chairs.
Con.
Con.
To me. Con.
Con.
All you can do now is admit your crimes.
Admit you have damaged state security.
There's no way out. You have to admit your crimes!
What crimes? What? 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 At night, when I sleep, what's the guards always sit watching me? When I go to the bathroom, does the guards always stand over me?
It's procedure.
It's inhuman. A man should be able to take a piss without two other men watching his dick.
It's procedure.
It's how we proceed.
No slouching. Sit up!
Dismiss.
Con man.
Swindler.
Liar.
Bigamist. Why should the public believe you?
Con
Don't call
man.
yourself worker.
Liar. Oh no, worker not good enough for the artiste. All this so-called art, piles and piles of it. Con man.
Swindler.
Liar.
Bigamist.
Artiste.
Why should the public believe you? Won't call yourself worker?
Oh no, worker not good enough for the
Piles
artiste.
of bikes, chairs.
Garbage.
It's
money,
all
money,
me,
money.
me.
Con man.
Fraud.
Con man.
Con.
Con.
All you can do now is admit your crimes against the state!
What? What?
Admit you've damaged state security!
There's no way out! You have to admit your crimes!
You have to!
Have to! Have to admit! Have to!
What?
All this talk of art. I tell you what's art. Beijing hand-pulled noodles.
I make them.
You hand-pulled noodles?
You have to get the right mix of cake flour and plain flour.
Must be very careful with the baking soda. Just a pinch.
You make hand-pulled noodles?
My wife does.
I like them. But fresh, not dry.
Fresh is good. I add a little vegetable oil.
No, that's wrong. Why do you do that?
Gives elasticity when you knead the dough.
That's not a true Beijing noodle.
Sounds arty, like you.
Not a true noodle.
Do you blanch the fresh noodles in boiling water?
3 to 5 minutes. Then you heat the wok. Add the groundnut oil, garlic, spring onions, ginger. Stir for 15 seconds. And then you add the pork. And when the pork is pink, then you add the rice wine, dark soy sauce, chili bean sauce, yellow bean sauce, and caster sugar.
Oh, pinch.
No, just a pinch. Then you drain the noodles. Pour the hot sauce over. Mix it all up. Classic Beijing style.
Then you add a garnish of freshly chopped spring onion.
Oh, no, no, no.
My wife adds chopped spring onions.
Oh, that's wrong.
It's a matter of personal taste.
Sounds arty, just like you.
A garnish is genuine Beijing style.
Chili oil for me.
Why do you chain smoke so much? There must be 20 or 30 bucks in there. Before you sentence me, I'm going to be dead with you smoking that way.
So you don't smoke? Well, that's your choice. It's my choice to smoke. I have to work.
Do you work hard?
Oh yes, we work very hard.
What do you get paid?
2,000 RMBs a month.
That's $300. And you live on that?
Of course I can't. I'm not rich like you.
We work 24 hours a day. We have to pay our own phone bills. And we get phone calls 24 hours a day. It's not fair.
No.
Not fair. But what can we do?
It's a problem.
Big, big problem.
Wait. I have to tell you, we don't like accusing you.
We're professional.
Yeah, we are. We're not comfortable.
But we have to be harsh. It's a professional way. Where you can just say, I don't remember.
Right. Right.
We're murder police, not political.
First time we've done a political crime and we're not comfortable.
So, you don't hate me then?
No. Why should we?
Well, I just assumed that the party would get people who really hated me.
That's political. We don't do that. We do murders.
Right.
Well, you give us a murder, we'll go at you.
Yeah.
Not people like you.
See that?
That's not our expertise.
It's not.
We have our integrity.
You do.
You understand that?
Yes, I do.
I went to a political trial once to see how it works with a political prisoner.
Who was this political prisoner?
Criminal called Hujia.
Who's ya?
Oh, so you know him?
Of course. He agitated against treatment of AIDS sufferers in China, for human rights, for freedom of speech, and Tiananmen Square.
Tiananmen Square? What about Tiananmen Square?
Uja. Big political hooligan. Very troublesome.
Trial was open, but even the family couldn't get in. There were only 20 places. All of them taken by people like me.
Policemen.
Yes, trying to educate ourselves. Trying to find out how the system works.
So, the open trial really was closed. Tell me, why did they sentence him to 3.5 years?
That's obvious.
No, I'm very similar to Hu Jia. So why 3.5 years?
To damage him.
Damage?
Yeah. Nobody comes out of jail without damage. Wait. We have to tell you you're going to be transferred.
Where?
Can't tell you that. We're not allowed. But you must prepare yourself. There are many very bad places.
You look back on your time here and wish you could come back.
Have patience. Be strong. We never imagined a case could be like yours. I'm sorry.
Guys! Guys!
Come on!
What's happening? What's happening?
The paperbark large.
Yes, Director.
It's a mountain tree, of course, used to altitudes. We'll have to see if it can survive Beijing.
It's very...
tree-like.
yes.
So, you have an artistic soul, Secretary Oolong.
Sadly not. But I try to cultivate one.
It is satisfying to do so.
But first, it is important to know what you like.
Vital. Do you
What?
know what you like?
Absolutely.
You are a fortunate man. Have they moved him
They do so today.
to the army base?
Yes.
It is my hope to see examples of all the trees in China planted here in Zhongnanhai. They will enhance the leadership's compound.
A great project.
Every tree of the motherland.
It will encourage a sense of national pride.
Or a sense of balance in our thinking. As President Hu Jintao himself has said, to achieve tranquility in society, tranquility must be within us.
Indeed.
What happened?
The interrogators failed in their duty. They will be punished.
Perhaps it is not they who are to blame.
Comrade Director, I take full responsibility.
Both of us are responsible. But forgive me. I'm interested to know why you put him in the hands of murder policemen.
They are good men. Proletarians. They know nothing of art and nonsense. They crack the hardest criminals. They were ideal to deliver a shock interrogation.
A shock interrogation about Beijing noodles.
Ah, you have read the transcripts.
Sorry.
Oh,
Please, put your mind at rest. I think it best that any detailed reports remain for now at my end. After all, the Comrade Secretary of the State Council of China has other things to worry about than a lunatic who cuts up old chairs.
unfortunately, he is more than that.
You think so?
He designed the Bird's Nest Stadium and then he attacked the Olympic Games.
Yes, that was rude.
Very rude. Unpatriotic. Seditious.
But we must keep a sense of proportion, though I have made the Comrade Premier aware of the case.
As have I, the Minister for the Legal and Political Affairs Commission. Indeed, Comrade Zhou Yongkang sees it as related to his concern to stamp out hostile forces.
Hostile forces are the concern of all of us,
Indeed.
particularly when they are discovered to be making Beijing noodles.
The interrogators were at a disadvantage.
Beijing police at a disadvantage before a helpless man in a chair.
They could not use their full techniques.
You said the interrogation would be harsh and effective.
Your office forbade us to beat him. This hooligan, so-called artist, is a bourgeois at heart, grown soft on money and the praise of foreigners. A good kicking. And his so-called art will be dirt washed away by winter rain.
The aim is a broken soul, not a broken body.
Nothing breaks a soul more than a fracture or two.
Perhaps an increase of harshness.
That would be appropriate.
I understand the army has a unit of guards trained to guard prisoners closely.
Exclusively. They do nothing but night and day.
I suggest they are used, and begin again with a new interrogator.
There's a very good man, very correct. He is flying in from Lhasa today.
My office will need daily reports from now on. Stay with me for now.
Nevertheless, perhaps this matter should lay in the hands of Comrade Zhou Yongkang's state security apparatus.
As it is, though with a political overview from Premier Wen Jiabao's office. We both, after all, report to higher levels.
Perhaps we should meet with our families.
That would be most pleasant.
As we are to work closely together.
We will arrange it.
It is agreed. The prisoner will be beaten.
Break his spirit.
But I can instruct the new interrogators to beat him.
He's only an artist. Why can't he paint leaves, pagodas? He used to. Beautiful calligraphy. Just get him to go back to leaves and pagodas.
But comrade! Oh! Ah!
Your People's Liberation Army. Where am I? On an army base?
Weiwei, do not talk to these men.
Where am I?
Here.
Is it an army base?
Here is all you need to know.
Is it the bad place?
Weiwei, you must be patient. When you need to piss, raise your hand and say, "Sir, I need to piss," or "Sir, I need to crap." And when you're told to sleep, you sleep there.
But you're going to question me?
No.
But we've begun to...
Silence, prisoner!
But...
Sleep!
What? What?
Sleep!
No!
No!
Lie on your back.
Report!
Lying on my back. Report. Lying on my back. Report. Lying on my back.
Report, sir! Lying on my back!
Report, sir. Lying on my back. They're just kids from the country, kids with nothing. Report, sir, I have to piss. Stand.
Go!
Report! Report, sir. I finished washing my hands. Can I go out? Yes. Sit here. Nothing. Sit. Nothing. Unendurable. Must be endured. Can't. Sit. Nothing.
Right. Admit it.
Admit what?
Write down prisoner says I admit.
I admit the sunflower seed art is a scam.
I don't admit that.
Why not? You should be pleased with yourself. Dumping millions of worthless seeds on London. Seeds made of clay. They can't even grow.
It's what people make of them that matters.
I tell you what this is, my friend. One great big fat international economic scam. A load of bits of clay all over the floor. How can that be art?
It's art or it's not art. I don't care.
You say you're an artist, but you don't care about art?
What I care about is creating a new condition
for art.
A new condition for you. More euros, more dollars.
A new perspective. And from that angle to see something new.
What angle? What view?
A new way of seeing the world. A new way.
This is gibberish.
No.
Arty, pretentious nonsense.
No, but it's not logical or practical. This sort of art deals with people's lives directly. It intervenes in life. Creativity is the power to reject the past, to change the status quo, to seek new potential.
Then how can a load of grey sunflower seeds over the floor do that? Art should be beautiful. What's beautiful about your crap?
Beauty is in people.
What do you know about people? The masses. I'll tell you what the masses want from their art workers. They want a good picture, a tree that looks like a tree, and a mountain, and a woman, something uplifting. Not a load of bits of clay all over the floor, smashed up furniture in a room, people wandering about the foreign city.
You're talking about the classical view of art.
I am. And you piss all over it. But it's more than being a con man. You insult China.
How do I do that?
You insult the party.
But how?
With this. Holding up your hand in a finger, a gesture to Mao's portrait over the gate of heavenly peace. You are giving the finger to the great helmsman.
Oh, this is part of a larger work called Study in Perspective.
Don't take the piss out of me, Weiwei. I may not be as clever as you, and I may not be as rich, but I know when the piss is being taken.
I'm not cleverer than you. We're each as clever as the other. This photo is one of a series. There's one in front of St. Mark's in Venice, one in front of the Colosseum in Rome. In Paris, there's one in front of the Eiffel Tower. There's even one in Washington in front of the White House. It's how painters judge perspective in a painting. But what I'm trying to say is that it doesn't work anymore. The classical view is limited. It can't really cope with today's life, with today's understanding of ourselves and of the universe. And art must cope with life. All of it. Even this, banged up in this room. Art must cope with everything else. What is it? Meaningless, pretty trees. Pictures that mean nothing. I want art that means everything.
Bollocks. You're a con man.
Please, try and understand. You can understand. Everyone can understand. Bin Laden dead in it. Bin Laden's not your mentor.
Fucking capitalists and pigs.
Prisoner, exercise now! Report!
Report, sir. Exercising now.
Don't Don't fall over.
I won't fall over.
Fall over and we will be in jail.
I won't fall over. How is army life?
It's fucking awful.
Don't think about you.
No, think about us.
The army is a big mistake for me.
And for me.
Why mistake?
We're still young.
No criminal record.
And we're treated like criminals, just like you.
I joined for the uniforms.
Sleep, we have to stand at attention by your bed.
The uniforms look great in films.
Shit, you take a shower.
We have to stand there.
We haven't committed a crime.
What are you? Farmer's sons?
We joined because life is hard.
They said it's a good life, but it's not.
The training is too hard.
It gives you bad bones.
Sorry for you.
We're sorry for you.
What is your crime?
Art.
Is art bad?
Very often.
We want to know things.
But we can't.
Training stops you.
It stops you from knowing things.
I've lost my belt. Can you get some stitches put in these trousers?
We'll have to check.
Report to our leader.
So no.
No.
Right.
You blogged.
Yes?
You attacked the Communist Party of China.
But... blog? In a blog? It's just a blog. I wrote many things on a blog. Before you shut it down.
But you have fouled the water. What you wrote has been read. This government is the most unreliable, unacceptable government. Now, what does that mean?
It means what it means.
But when you say this government, what government do you mean?
It's the article, the way I wrote it. You just have to read the article.
Why are you being so frightened? Are you scared of us? You say you're very open. Why can't you say very clearly what you mean by this government?
If you don't like the article, give it here.
Don't be clever with me, Wei Wei! You are a pornographer and a criminal.
Why do you suddenly say I'm a pornographer?
I've researched what you call your art. I've seen the filthy nude photographs you took.
Nude image is as old as art itself.
So is pornography.
The nude in art is about our humanity. Those photos were about our humanity.
You photographed your wife in Tiananmen Square, lifting up her skirt.
Oh, that was just fun.
Fun? Your wife showing her knickers. Little knickers too. Do you like me looking at your wife's little knickers? Do you like other men looking? It's porn. Publicity. And it's all over the internet.
It's live.
Porn and politics, your rubbish art. It's all the same to you. It's just a con to make money.
Why do you go back to the money all the time? If you have the evidence, why do we go through all this? Why don't you just throw me away?
We can, and we will, if you don't admit your crimes.
Oh. Crimes? What crimes? What?
We have watched you for 1 year, you know. We have 21 accounts of close engagement.
Close?
Meetings with hostile forces, enemies of the state, Chinese and foreign.
So, why suddenly arrest me now? Who is deciding?
Read that. You blogged that.
Yes, but...
You wonder why your blog was closed down?
free expression.
It states subversion. It attacks the Communist Party of China. The sentence underlined, read it.
Fuck your mother, the Communist Party.
Again.
Fuck your mother, the Communist Party.
And again.
Fuck your mother, the Communist Party.
And again.
A blog is satire. I wrote fast, in heats.
Again.
It's the net, it's freedom. Why can't I say what I like? Why can't I? I'm human.
Again!
Fuck your mother, the Communist Party. Fuck you. Fuck you all! Fuck you!
Yes. That's it. That's it. There we have it.
You say I am a hooligan. But you created me. Can't you see that?
Nevertheless, Weiwei, the blog is clear evidence of state subversion.
It was in the moment. You can do that. Live in the moment. You can, if you're free.
Gibberish. But I think you're a little bit shocked. Only 3 people have ever been accused of subverting the state. You know who they are, so name them. Name these criminals whom you so admire.
Liu Xiaobo, critic and writer.
Correct. And?
Gao Jiasheng, human rights lawyer, defended Christians.
Correct. And?
Hu Jia, agitated for action on HIV/AIDS, organised peasants to protest against land grabs.
Yes. All 3 guilty of subverting state power. And you are number 4. And you know what happened to them?
Of course.
So tell me.
What good will it do?
Tell me.
Liu Xiaobo is serving 11 years. Gao Jiasheng has disappeared. But his brother thinks he's in Shaya jail in Xinjiang. And Hu Jia is serving 3.5 years. His health is ruined. He's probably dying.
Yes. And everything we did to them, we will do to you. If you don't admit your crimes.
It is necessary to investigate both the facts and the history of a problem in order to study and understand it.
What?
Marxist dialectical materialism, which demonstrates the constant struggle between opposites in an empirical setting, is the best method towards constant improvement. Objective analysis of problem based on empirical results is at a premium.
Weiwei, what are you talking about?
I'm quoting Mao in his little red book. And he's right. You have to understand China's problems, find a way forward, and improve.
You know so much more than we do, Weiwei. It's so sad. You won't survive what they'll do to you in prison. 2 years. And even if you're not dead, your mind will have gone. You'll be destroyed.
Music.
It's Mozart.
Ah,
It encourages contemplation amongst the trees. Can you see the speakers?
no.
Look at that tree stump. It's artificial. It contains a speaker. There are other stumps. They make the quadraphonic stereo effect. It's an innovation of the National Tourist Administration. It plays Chinese music in woods for foreigners.
It is not playing Chinese music for us.
You object to Mozart?
A personal failing, but I find Western music just jangly noise.
The Ministry of Education encourages children from primary school age to play Western violin music. The violin's made in China.
An excellent program. Comrade Director, you have the latest report?
Yes,
We can be confident of a full confession.
it is encouraging.
When he has signed a confession, we can proceed to an arrest and a trial.
We have that option.
Surely it is our duty to proceed to a trial.
Certainly we do. If the trial and imprisonment of this individual is advantageous to the government and the party.
Which it surely is.
I agree. It could well be. Though there are factors.
Factors?
Checks and balances to consider to achieve the most advantageous and harmonious result.
Could we possibly not have this music?
Of course, if you find it disturbing.
I apologize.
There's nothing to apologize for.
The trees are enough. Thank you. Comrade Director, this so-called artist is a manipulator of social media.
He has a hooligan instinct to invent ways of making trouble, yes.
These so-called blogs, they are anti-state provocations.
He's all but admitted his blog's a criminal.
Now, we have blocked the blogs, but tweets are technically beyond our control. We cannot stop them being sent. We cannot stop them being read.
We can read them.
Yes, but we must not forget what happened in February. The tweets on Weibo from anonymous sources calling for a Jasmine revolution.
That was a concern.
Incitement to riot at the Beijing Wangjing McDonald's.
Not a riot exactly. Didn't the Weibo tweets call for people simply to turn up and walk?
It was highly provocative.
People walking.
We must never forget what happened to the Soviet Union. That began with people walking in East Berlin.
Or out of East Berlin.
The Soviet Union's failure must always be in our thoughts.
We all agree the collapse of that form of socialism is a terrible warning.
We in the Ministry of State Security have studied how collapse happens.
Premier Wen Jiabao has paid close attention to your analysis.
It's a security nightmare. How do you police a symbolic act? Tunisia. An unstable student douses himself with petrol. Social media flash the image of the boy burning, and the government falls. The Egyptian president flees. Fanatics tear Syria apart, and the Arab world is condemned to decades of death and suffering, all started by one unstable boy clicking a cigarette lighter with a cry of freedom. And it could happen here. The collapse of everything. Chaos. Just one small crack. Like in a dam. The tiniest crack. Then, bang! A torrent! Millions dead, China wrecked, and the banditry of 2,000 years ago returned. It is our responsibility to guard the lives and well-being of our people by repressing lunatics like this so-called artist.
I agree.
And his art is rude. It is inappropriate. It is bad for China.
Yes, he must be repressed or diffused.
Not the same thing.
No. How many turned up for the walking protest at the Beijing McDonald's?
Not many.
Perhaps 3 dozen? How many police were there?
I believe there was an adequate force.
2,000, armed, and several hundred Western journalists, and the American ambassador. I believe he wore a leather jacket to look streetwise.
What is your point?
Overreaction. If we are heavy-handed, we could trigger the very thing we are trying to prevent.
Not if we are consistent. Not if we are thorough.
Secretary Long, has it occurred to you in the Ministry of State Security, or indeed to Comrade Zhou Yongkang himself, that in the case of Ai Weiwei, the incendiary incident we are trying to prevent may not be a blog from him, or cut-up furniture thrown on the floor, or sunflower seeds? The most dangerous symbol could be Ai Weiwei in jail. His greatest work, his own imprisonment.
This thinking, is it from the President's office?
No,
The Premier's office?
not his office.
Oh, I see.
There have been representations from the family.
That is to be expected.
There's been a meeting.
A meeting with the family?
It was appropriate. Weiwei's father, Ai Ching, was an honoured party member and a revolutionary poet.
Never rated him much myself, but even
Comrade
so...
Wen Jiabao has been rereading him.
I see.
As a small child, Ai Weiwei witnessed his father's humiliation, exiled, forced to clean toilets. The family suffered greatly.
Yes, but the meeting, at what level was it?
With me.
You have met with the family. A pleasant occasion.
Family memories were shared. The German Chancellor Merkel has protested in a letter sent directly to President Hu Jintao about the arrest of Ai Weiwei.
I am not aware of that.
You will be.
Comrade Zhou Yongkang is not aware of that.
He will be at any moment. There will be much publicity in the Western press. We've also received a letter from the British Foreign Secretary, William Hague.
Merkel, Hague, 2 street dogs, capitalist cynics. What do they care about art? They do this to damage China.
Absolutely, so a judgment has been made.
Because of the EU summit in Berlin.
Yes. Why should our president have to fend off endless questions about so-called human rights abuses in our country? We need to discuss cooperation with German industry, not sunflower seeds.
Forgive me.
Of course.
Forgive me.
Perhaps a doctor.
No. No need. It's a complaint from my youth.
Was your family exiled or jailed?
Jailed. And yours?
Exiled. Mongolian border. Digging ditches along which water never flowed.
We can't just release him. The party cannot seem to be defeated by this pornographer.
Soft power, comrade, that's the way. Time out illegal matters.
Tax. We can do him for tax. The people would like that.
Let him wear tight shoes. Diminish him, make him small, ridiculous.
Yeah.
Why didn't the Jasmine Revolution happen? The masses don't like dissidents. So long as they are reasonably happy, they will just live their lives. We can make them happy. We can know their concerns and desires. We can listen to their tweets.
One day, though, we will have to open fire.
Then, we will. My wife and I would like to invite you to dinner for next Thursday.
It is very kind of you, General.
Not at all.
You?
Yes. I could say it's a pleasure to see you again, Weiwei, but you're facing 10 years in jail.
More.
You won't survive.
I've warned him, so don't be optimistic about your situation.
Very sorry if you do.
What is the question? And this isn't an interrogation anymore. Why do you keep saying these things?
We've found out what you are.
Yeah. What am I?
You're a Dadaist.
A follower of Dada.
You undermine the bourgeois concept of originality. Marcel Duchamp's urinal.
Found object, art.
You see how it undermines the bourgeois concept of originality?
Like your chairs.
Yes.
Not bad, you're a little closer.
You attack art itself.
No, the art itself doesn't matter.
No, because not for you, because you're only interested in how the art is viewed.
Yes, beauty is in the minds of the viewers.
Yes.
Talking to you, we changed our mind about art.
Right. May I congratulate you? You're fast learners.
Well, we're just like you, we want to improve ourselves, Weiwei.
Yes.
So now, just admit your crimes and we can be friends.
You have to admit your crimes.
This is not a court. I haven't been charged. Why do I have to?
You have to. Trust me.
If you don't, you'll never come back here again.
No more cosy chats about art. 10 years in jail, hard labour.
You won't survive.
You'll disappear. No one will know what happened to you, ever.
Weiwei, if you wanted to see just one person before you disappeared, who would that be?
One person. I don't know. My son.
Your son? Oh, you won't be seeing him again, ever.
So just admit.
What? Admit what?
Just admit.
What? What?
That you violated tax laws.
Tax laws? What do you mean?
You violated tax laws.
Have I?
You'll have to pay up.
How much?
Just admit. Trust me.
I don't know anything about tax laws. I don't know if it's illegal to have a child with a girlfriend. Or what is the law? I don't know. What can I admit?
Look, if you haven't violated the law, I won't arrest you.
But you have arrested me.
Technically, not yet.
So we could let you go at any time.
We've only been talking to you for 81 days. The process has hardly started.
Absolutely. So it's in your best interest not to let things go any further.
You've done a load of bad things, Weiwei, but you're not really a bad person.
So don't let anything go any further, Weiwei.
The process is important. If I were to say to you, Tell me who you've killed. And you said, yes, you killed somebody. Do you think I could arrest you just like that? No, no. There have to be some facts.
So just admit, and then you can go.
Go?
We'll give you bail.
Go?
Yes.
Free to go.
Okay. But admit what? What can I admit? Okay. If I violated tax law and you can prove it, then I should be punished. That's all I'll admit. If I've done wrong, then yes, punish me.
Good.
You'll have to sign that the interrogation report is accurate.
And you can correct your replies if you wish.
When you've signed it, you can collect your things.
But where can I go?
You go home.
My clothes. My things out of the airport, yes?
Mr. Ai Weiwei, I admire you.
All this. I'm very grateful for all this. And to all the people who threw money over my wall, into the compound of my house. Money to pay my tax. But I can't speak right now. Bail terms of my release. And I must honour those terms. Not to go on the internet, not to meet with foreign journalists, not to criticise the Chinese government in any way, not to sign any papers or petitions to join human rights causes, and not to meet with anyone involved in these causes. That pot, it's a burial urn from the Han Dynasty, 4,000 years old, and a thing of beauty. A thing of beauty. I wanted to be released, because in there every second is torture. They shouted to you, sign or you'll never be released. So I signed. But lots of people haven't been released, held in extreme conditions. A thing of beauty forever. I've lost it. I feel a bit juddered. Is that the right word? They are arrogant. They have stolen their authority. They believe it can change the truth. They believe it can change people's lives. These trousers don't fit. Isn't that funny? I've asked the housekeeper to put a few stitches in. In the meantime, all these people, these arrogant people, are fragile, paranoid. Deep down, they have lost hope in themselves. They believe that a single dissident voice will bring down their mighty power. They believe that if ever there was a ballot, no one would vote for them. They dare not let the people's voice be heard. They can't let us listen to each other. They want all your pain and despair kept exclusively for you and not shared. That way, you are no threat. Yeah, I used to believe in the pure beauty of things. I was an architect. I longed for the classical form. But then I woke up. I saw the death in classical art, the art that the party likes, and its total inability to describe the way we live, to express how we feel. That's how they like people. Perfectly formed. Live in the eternal present and be happy. Your ignorance and your silence are the price you pay for the security of your lifestyles. And why not? Peace and harmony and shopping. You can be the most wonderful person inside, but if you don't desire change, then all you are is a perfect, modern slave. Eat, drink, bear sons and daughters, abide by the law, and pay your tax. Because you're supporting a horde of corrupt officials who regard you with contempt. You think you're awake, but you're not. You're walking with the dead. Without individual voices and freedom of speech, you can't exist. The people, the proletariat, the country can't really exist. A society without freedom of speech is a dark, bottomless pit. And when it gets this dark, everything appears to be bright. Bright, and in the now, harmonious. Forever bright, in the dark, a thing of beauty. So,